guys, this is AuspiciousAussie and welcome back to
another New York Red Bulls Football Manager 13 episode. It's been a while since I posted a New York Red Bulls episode. I think it's been about probably just under a week now. The last Football Manager episode I posted was the HSV episode 36, I think it was, and that was about 2 or 3 days ago. So I have been in a bit poor form with my uploading as far as Football Manager goes, but I have been trying to delve out and test the waters a bit with one other game, and should be another game I'll be releasing within this week probably. Hopefully I'll get a few episodes done of that, so I can just start uploading it and get back to playing pretty much my favourite game ever, Football Manager. I mean, the amount of hours I've spent on this game are insane. But anyways, let's get straight into it and check out my most recent fixtures. As you can see, that was the last live com in the previous episode against Philadelphia Union. We had a pretty good month, I have to say. It was disappointing to lose to Philadelphia, but then in a really important game as far as our conference goes, New England were on top, and we did manage to beat them at home. We came back from 1-0 down. As you can see, Derek Harrison in the 12th minute for New England started the scoring, and I was a bit nervous, to be honest. Couldn't really believe that 1-0 down, because we were dominating the game pretty much throughout the whole thing, but it did take us until the 71st minute to break New England's lead and get equal, and we did that through Jana Belte Calderon, one of my favourite players in this New York team. And of course, about 7 minutes later, Jeffrey Perez managed to pick up the victory for us in a nice comeback victory. I have to say, I was definitely proud of the boys for that one. We then faced Columbus Crew away from home, and once again followed trend. They opened the scoring on the stroke of half-time pretty much, and it took us pretty much right until the end of the game, 5 minutes before the 90, through Mohamed Abdel to get back level and pick up a vital point, I have to say. Then we faced Sporting Kansas City, again the MLS, managed a 3-0 victory, which is pretty impressive over them. They are a decent side, and as you can see, Javier Durkin opened the scoring in the 2nd minute. Baltadano then got a brace for himself in the 48th and 59th minute. Of course, we then we entered the US Cup in the 3rd round, and we drew Pittsburgh Riverhounds, managed to beat them 4-1, pretty impressive. Vitello opened the scoring in the 15th minute. Nate Lawicki then, he got a brace in the game, but scored in the 24th. Perez then in the 32nd. We also missed a penalty just before Lawicki scored, and he then scored again in the 47th minute. That was pretty much wrapped up then, and they managed to get a consolation goal, but it was too little too late, of course, for a team of their quality. Of course, that does mean that we are playing the US Cup 4th round today, and we are versing Columbus Crew. We did draw them, so it's going to be a pretty tough game, pretty hard to pick up an MLS quality team, even if Columbus are struggling at the moment. But hopefully we can progress. And let's have a look at the ladder at the moment, how our conference stands currently. As we see, we are currently first, and we have a game in hand, which is quite impressive. We're a point ahead of both Philadelphia and Chicago with a game in hand, and I mean, if you look at our goal difference, we're above and beyond pretty much everyone else in our conference. As far as the Western Conference goes, Chivas USA are in first, but Portland do have 4 games in hand over them, and they are only 1 point behind. So it does look like Portland, one of my favourite teams in real life in the MLS, will go ahead of Chivas, and I have to say probably FC Dallas as well. And 12 games played. So San Jose as well, they're on 25 points, and they have 6 games in hand over Chivas. Anyways, let's get into today's live com, which will be the US Cup 4th round against Columbus Crew. And we've kind of had a few injuries lately. As you can see, both my right backs are currently injured. Dekendo's injured. Marvin Gleek was injured, but he's just returned, so it's a bit of a risk playing him. McDonald was injured, the centre back, and he just returned, I think 1 day earlier to Gleek, and he's going to be playing right back today. Botello up front played well in the last 2 games since he returned from injury. Perez and Durkin, of course, both been really outstanding. Burke is going to get another game in goals. I did give him the previous game, was just planning on giving him US Cup games unless Bibb started to drop in form, of course, but he's been a rock so far. So Burke's just going to get his few US Cup games. Hopefully he can impress and put a bit of pressure. Of course, Lawiki will also start, as he was pretty impressive last game, picked up man of the match and his brace. Anyways, let's get into it today. Of course, they're going with a 3-5-2, of course. And we're just going to say, go out there, relax, play your natural game, boys, and we can win. We definitely can. And there's a pointless highlight out of the way, nice and quick. 10 minutes in. I think we are versing Lombardo today, Luke Lombardo. Strata clears as far as Higuain. I don't think that's Real Madrid's Higuain, by the way. Off the crossbar, but he's offside. Too bad, Luke Lombardo. I mean, I liked him as a player, but the strikers just really seemed to build up, and I just really didn't see a place for him in the squad. So yeah, I moved him on to Kromabis, and I mean, he hasn't really done very well there, so doesn't really matter, does it? Alright, I'm just going to say you've been unlucky first half. Whoops, what's going on? No. Okay. Pointless highlight once again. Says we're keeping control of possession, but we just can't find a breakthrough. And like Wiki is booked. 60 minutes in, we're gonna make a sub now. We're gonna bring Abdel on for Durkin, as Durkin's picked up a knock. We're also gonna bring Webb on for Loiki, just because he's on a yellow, and I don't want to risk it. As you can see, Marvin Gleek is incredibly fatigued. He's at 60% at the moment. Calderon. Webb on the follow-up. Is that a goal? It's not offside. Yes, get in, Greg Webb. I thought the assistant flag was holding his flag up then. The assistant referee was holding his flag up, not the assistant flag was holding its flag up. Wow. It's a horrible mistake right there. Anyway, we're in the lead. Botello now. Oh, brilliant play. Webb, Calderon. He'll cross it. Webb. Oh, get in, Webb. Webb's got his brace already. Get in, son. He's been on the field for 8 minutes. 8 minutes and he's got his brace already. Well, we definitely know who's starting next game. Sorry, Lawiki, but a brace got you this one, and Webb's got his brace, so he's back in. Stoppage time now, 10 seconds left. And it looks like we're going through to the next round of the Cup. And that's a nice boot forward by Petkovic. And there we go, guys. Full time, 2-0 victory over Columbus Crew. I'm definitely happy about that result. I'm definitely happy to advance in the Cup. That was a good win for us, lads. As you can see, we absolutely dominated them. Good stuff, definitely. Alright guys, let's have a look at the upcoming fixtures and when the next live com will be. Of course, we've got Vancouver, which was supposed to be the live com before we got this game. We've got Vancouver at home, Sporting Kansas City away, Montreal Impact away, Philadelphia Union at home, Toronto FC at home, and I hope you guys join me back in the next episode of the New York Red Bulls series, which will be away to New England in the live com. Guys, if you enjoyed today's video and the 2-0 victory over Columbus Crew, please leave a like rating, leave a comment saying, or wishing me luck in the Cup, something like that, something just a little bit of encouragement, hopefully, for me to try and get back into the swing of things as far as Football Manager episodes go. You guys know I love this game. I mean, I've made bloody something like nearly 90 episodes all up, and hopefully they continue for a long time to come. Once I get these other games out of the way and like start creating episodes for them and getting a bit ahead of myself and not having to constantly play the games and then upload them like that, that's a very tedious thing to do. But hopefully I'll bring out another series. I'm gonna look into maybe just like an international series, but I'll get more into that a little bit further down the line once I get this new game released and whatnot. So yeah, guys, I've been Auspicious Aussie, and goodbye.